And I want to start off by saying I am a lot dumber than I look.
Hey, what is up, you guys? It's Dustin, and I am back with another video. And if you have not heard about Brittany Stapleton, well, I guess you're going to be learning about her today because we have to talk about the shenanigans and the bullshit that she's up to over on TikTok. Now, if you were like me and you didn't know about her before this week, I'm going to catch you up as to why she's getting dragged across TikTok and why I think she looks absolutely crazy out here defending her husband. So if you're here for that, stay tuned to this video.
This is my petition to the Georgia State prison system to please let my husband come home.
Meet Brittany Stapleton, one half of the Gulf Coast Stapletons, and wife to Josh Stapleton, who was arrested for some pretty horrible things. Now, you may be wondering who Josh is and what he did to get in this position where everybody's talking about him and his wife is on the internet defending him like she's his personal public defender, so I'm gonna tell you. Social media influencer sentenced to prison for child exploitation in Bartow County. The fact that she has the unmitigated gall and audacity to come on the internet and make some kind of joke as if the state would ever let her husband out after what he did is actually insane. The self-awareness is zero. Now, her husband Josh was initially charged with 40 counts of this and he pled down to 20, and he's currently serving 5 years in prison and he got 15 years of probation, which is actually crazy. She should be writing this man letters in the afterlife and leaving little jewels at his headstone. But Brittany has recently made it a point to come on the internet and try to correct people in calling her out, and I just want to say the amount of women in her comments actually defending her and standing up for her is gross, and it's people with children. So in this video, I wanted to react to Brittany in her own words and just give her my own opinion about her shitty take on this whole situation. Girl, you should have left this man a long time ago. The fact that you're out here defending him like your life depends on it is crazy, and it just proves that some women will do anything for a morsel of attention.
The first question I continuously keep seeing, maybe she didn't know, or did she know? Do we think she knew? How did she not know? Absolutely, I knew. Josh and I were friends way before we ever started dating. So when the charges occurred, we were friends. You better believe I hit him up, because as soon as I saw it, I have a really good judge of character, and I knew something was up. I knew that was not Josh. We had already been on several trips together beforehand. I'd spent pretty close time with this guy, and I was like, something's wrong here.
Do you guys even think that she understands what she's saying now? She's a good judge of people's character, but she's literally with someone that's in prison, that's incarcerated for this type of stuff. You're defending him after the fact. You're trying to make it out like what he did isn't a big deal, like we should just move on from that and people shouldn't talk about it, which is absolutely crazy. And in a second, we're going to get into how she like navigated this with him when they would go to friends' houses and things like that, which is very strange. And she says that people in her personal life defend her and Josh, but my question to that is, where are they? I haven't seen one person making a video coming to your defense saying, hey, yeah, Josh is a good person. You know why? Because most people, like 99.9% of people with a functioning brain with 2 neurons to rub together, know that you shouldn't associate or be with someone that is convicted of these type of things. But you're out here defending him like your life depends on it. You guys are going to see in a minute. It's so strange.
Josh was absolutely upfront with me about everything in the charges. There were no secrets. So that leads me to the next point. I continuously see things that say he lied to her and told her that his ex-wife set him up. Well, let's cover a couple things. One, I'm Josh's first wife. He has never been married before.
You are way too proud of that, sis. Like, why are you happy? Why are you jubilant in the fact that you're his first wife? That's weird. I wouldn't claim that. Your elevator doesn't go all the way to the top, and I have a feeling that you're probably the reason why they put instructions on shampoo bottles. Just gonna say it.
2, Josh has never blamed any ex relationship for these charges. He has never spoken badly about an ex.
Even if he did, would you care? Like, if you found out your ex was like hers, like her husband is, would you care what he thought? No, I don't think anybody would. Like, I don't even understand why this is a topic of conversation here.
Next thing is that people are saying that he lied to me and he told me that he purchased a laptop or a computer off of Facebook Marketplace and the images were already on there. Josh has never told me that, nor have I ever been around him telling anyone that. The next question I continuously see is, do people with children or friends with children know about the charges? Absolutely. A, it's been all over the internet. If you didn't know, you just didn't know. But B, we have never in our lives been at someone's house around someone's children and not let them know ahead of time, because we don't want anything to ever look sketchy. So we've always been absolutely up front with everyone. And guess what? A lot of these people have our backs because they have personally witnessed Josh around their children and know that there's no issue.
I really truly do not understand the psychology that is going on in this girl's brain. Like, she's saying all these things that she believes makes this situation look better in her favor, when the reality is there's literally nothing you can do. You cannot shine up this turd. You are literally married to a pedophile, and you think that's okay, and you want people to accept that. That's not normal, and we are not normalizing it. Hell the fuck no.
Next one. How was Josh allowed to leave the state of Georgia if he were out on bond? Okay, he was out on bond for 5 years. He followed all of his guidelines. He was not a flight risk. He did not lose his passport. He has not been in previous trouble to stop him from going anywhere. So yeah, he was allowed to live wherever he wanted as long as he reported it to the bail bondsman. And he did. He followed up every single time he was supposed to. So there was nothing illegal going on there about where we live and our living situations. Next thing, I keep getting screenshots where people are saying Josh had child images on his work laptop. False.
You see what I mean when I say she's defending him like she's his personal public defender? It's just so strange. Why do you care? He's literally... It should not matter what he says, what he has done, or anything past the fact that he is in prison. Girl, you should just move on. You look like a fool.
Josh could not possibly have that on his work laptop, because if you have ever worked for a corporation or any big company or anything along those lines, you know how secure those computers are. So that is a false statement. This one, it's up for grabs. You're welcome to talk about it all day. People keep saying we were living fake lives. There was nothing fake about it. It was our life. I mean, we're just living like we always do. Anyone who is around us or has been around us on a normal day knows that was just us. We are still happy. He and I have no issues. He has been fully transparent and honest with me. Therefore, I know everything. I have been to court. I know everything. I can assure you that nothing about us was fake.
Honestly, to me, in my opinion, it feels like her identity revolved around this relationship, and she seems to be like obsessed with this man that she married. What about the kids though? Like, you can't skate past that. I don't understand how that's not a big issue with you, and why you think that it should be normalized and people should just be okay with it. The fact that your husband is in prison for 5 years for cheese pizza isn't just something that most people are going to be okay with. And if you don't have a problem with it, like the people that you say are your friends, I'm gonna think they're weird too. Just like I think you are.
People continuously say their lavish lifestyle was over. They thought they were such a power couple. All these things.
Girl, be so for real. Nobody said that.
Josh and I would never consider our lives lavish by any stretch of the means. If you know us, you know most of the time when we travel, we stay at a Holiday Inn. Our boat that everyone calls a yacht, 2005 model. We are not living some crazy lavish lifestyle that we are funding from child images. That is very far-fetched. Think before you speak. Family money got Josh out of this, and that's why he's not having to serve much time. Look up the charges. Look up the amount of time that a person serves. That's false. What you're saying is a false statement. There is no family money getting us through anything. Another one. Brittany doesn't want children because she knows that Josh is a child predator. If you know me, or if you've ever known me at any period of my life, you will know that since age 12, I have never wanted children. Not interested in having children. Never have been.
Well, I mean, I guess that's a good fucking thing, because if you had kids with him, he couldn't even take them to school. He couldn't take them to a park. He couldn't go to any of these places that are very important if you have children. So, I mean, I guess that's good.
She's deleting comments. She's deleting and blocking anyone who says things that aren't nice. Duh. Wouldn't you? Why would I sit there on my page and allow people to try to tear me apart? Think about that.
Is it really tearing you apart when people have genuine concerns that you're with and married to? Like, that's the thing that she just doesn't get here.
No, I'm not going to do that. So yeah, if you're hateful to me on my page, absolutely, you're blocked. If I see you commenting on someone else's page and you know me personally, blocked. Simple as that. My page, my rules. And last thing, before I end on a positive note, because that's just who I am, Let's talk about mental health.
You just love when pedophile protectors get on the internet and talk about mental health like we're supposed to give a single fuck. Because I sure don't. Not one. Nope. Not one single fuck to give in this situation. I do not care about your mental health. Not even a little bit.
It is so fun to get views off these videos. I've seen all the true crime girls, their videos. I've seen it all. I've seen people posting multiple videos because they got excited, because they got the most views they've ever had, whatever. It is not the best thing in the world to profit off someone else's worst moment.
I'm sorry, but this is very much giving me Gypsy Rose. I can talk about my situation, but you can't. I get to control the narrative, but nobody else can talk about it. Girl, your husband was literally charged with 20 counts of cheese pizza. I don't value a damn thing that you have to say. It would be different if you weren't with him and you were speaking out and you were actually being a good person and trying to empower people about the dangers of people like your husband, but you're not doing that. You're actually advocating for the opposite. And that's the major problem that I have with you and the people in your comments defending you. It's the manipulation for me.
I am one of the most mentally tough people you'll ever meet. Been through hell. Been through a lot in my life. I'm pretty mentally tough. Not everyone is. So I'm glad you guys chose me for this and to give me hell. Like I didn't just go through the worst week of my life. Like I did not just lose my best friend.
Did you guys clock that little quiver in her voice? Why are we supposed to care? I don't care. You want me to be upset that a pedophile got locked up and is in prison?
But I would say, think about that. Think really hard, because it would be really difficult to sleep at night if you were the cause for someone not to be on this earth. So say what you want to say. Send me my death threats and send me all these messages. You can't hurt my feelings. You can't cancel me because...
Now that might be the one thing that she's accurate about, because you can't cancel somebody that don't give a fuck. And in my book, if you're married to or in a relationship with a pedophile, you don't give a fuck about life. You don't care. So... she probably doesn't care if she gets canceled. Now, I'm not saying that she deserves death threats. Nobody should be doing that. But the vast majority of hate that she gets, I believe is warranted, because who sticks up for this kind of thing? If you said weirdos, you'd be right.
This was never a job. It was only for fun for us. We just enjoyed posting our memories and travels. But think really deeply before you post the things you do and you profit off someone else's life just to get your 10,000 extra followers and hundreds of thousands of views.
Honestly, isn't there more pressing issues that you should be worried about? I don't think you should care about the opinions of people on the internet. You have way bigger problems. You are literally in a relationship with a man that harms children. You are with a child predator. You say you don't want kids, but what if there's an odd chance that you end up having one with this monster when he gets out of prison? And then you're stuck taking this kid to school and all its after school functions because he can't be within 50 feet of a school or a park. These are the things that you should be worried about, and not the opinions of strangers on the internet. And that is just the tip of the iceberg on why people really don't like Brittani Stapleton. Actually, right now, she's in a feud with another content creator, True Crime with Megan, and Brittany ended up driving 3 hours one way to get 10-year-old dirt from Megan's divorce, and she went on to post it.
This is a very friendly reminder that if you are a true crime creator, or if you find yourself talking badly about others on the internet and anything going on in their lives, make damn sure you've got a clean slate. Make sure you don't have a single skeleton in your closet. With that being said, I've got to go because I've got a 3-hour trip to pick up some documents. Have a good day.
And I plan to make a video about that very soon. I just wanted to give you guys the details and the background on Brittany before we actually dove into everything that she said to Megan. But with that said, you guys, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it. And if this is your first time here, please consider subscribing. And if you have any hypes that you'd like to spare, they do help a lot. I would really appreciate it. And since we're talking about one of the biggest bozos I've seen in a very long time, leave me the clown emoji in the comment section down below. I hope you guys all have an amazing day, night, whatever it is when you're watching this, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.